Welcome to Season 3.
We aspire to be piss poor.
I'm all for eating more meat.
Oh, let me just tell you one more thing. So I couldn't take my coat off, so I had to sit all the way through the performance with my coat on. They got my boobs out.
Tinnitus. Ringing in the ears.
That'd be a good thing for you to... Oh, this is weird, don't we? I'm looking at
I know, I was saying, look, I don't like this, we're looking forward. Because, just to throw it out there, if I just slide this way. Hello.
Get out my box. You get out my box. So, we've set up slightly different today.
Yeah, don't.
No, sorry,
we have to look forward, so I'm
looking at you there. Right, well, don't touch me. So I'm going to look at you there. This is weird. I like to look at
So I'm actually watching you on the camera. Brilliant. Anyway,
this
right.
is what I do every day. Why does it feel weird now? I suppose because you're next to me. It just feels like I'm now. That was boring.
Yeah. Always.
Right. So we're going to do something a bit different today. We did this episode. We recorded this episode a long time ago, and I'm talking at least an hour ago. And we never released it. So I want to go back through it and see if we can remember it.
Okay.
Let's see how it goes, eh?
Car crash. This episode will probably not see the light of day.
Probably not. It's about nicknames. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
And going through it. I've got a nickname for you. Do you remember what the nickname was?
You got a nickname for me?
Yeah, this is an episode we recorded. You was there. Can you remember what the nickname was?
Wild Billy.
No, it was a nickname that I was giving you.
Oh, right. I know, I can't remember it. Can't be that good, I'm stuck.
No,
did I give you a nickname?
Sorry,
did I give you a nickname?
No, because this was something that I just dropped on you. So it don't come until the end of the episode.
Based on what we're going to talk about today. But I'm not going to give it to you now. I'm going to keep the people on the hook. I've hooked them in at the beginning, going, I've got a nickname for you. So I'm going to leave you with that, and I'll tell you that at the end.
Thanks, Andy, too.
So, before we get started,
I
should just mention why people have nicknames. I've done my research here, mate.
Why people have nicknames?
Yeah. Why do you think people have
number one is probably because someone's got the same name as somebody else.
Yeah.
So same first name, so...
I like the old school nicknames. You know, like if somebody had a link, they'd be called like Stupid Jack.
Sniper's Nightmare.
No, that's too modern. Just like, I don't know, like the guy that always wore a brown coat, so it'd be Mr. Browncoat. Yeah. I think nicknames going back years were always based on what people wore.
Yeah.
Like Trevor Leather tie.
Yeah, because I bet in day people wore the same things over more.
Yeah, so that's how you'd know somebody. If he was in a pub, that's how he'd remember somebody. And Trevor would obviously be the guy that wears the leather.
Red Shoes Noni. Do
you remember her?
Yeah.
She was popular.
Hence, Trevor Leather tie. It's quite cool.
Go on, what else you got? Is that, did I get that right?
Am I even speaking there? What the hell was that?
It's just a kind of a comment.
Alright, go on.
I just got that. A nickname.
This was in the days where we used to go back and listen. Maybe do a bit of editing.
What the hell was that? I didn't even spell it. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I'm used to with you.
Yeah, but I would
I'm
listen.
kind of used to.
Do they just like imagine cut out edit?
They just listen to me. You're I'm
right.
Not that much difference between us two.
The definition. A nickname represents how we see someone, or maybe how we want to see ourselves.
How we see ourselves?
Yeah, Wild Billy.
Yeah.
So I was just called Wild Billy.
This was the nickname that you tried to get yourself, but it didn't work, did it? Not one person's ever called you Wild Billy.
But people don't know me. I introduce myself as Wild Billy and off we go.
Would you do that?
No.
Just introduce yourself as Wild Bill?
No.
Why Wild Billy?
What was your thought process behind you trying to call yourself Wild Billy?
My whole point was the proof that you can't give yourself your own nickname.
And you can't.
Wild Billy's never struggled because I can't do it myself.
It's crap.
Exactly, yeah. Hang on. Is it better? No better than jumping Smith Dog who called it, give himself his own bloody name.
Well, he did give himself
his
his
own.
own.
My point was, in what world do you give yourself your own nickname and it bloody sticks for that?
Well, he managed to do it.
I'll say Wild Billy. I'll call him.
Golden balls.
Bex didn't call himself Golden Balls, though.
No, Posh did, didn't she?
Yeah, but that's not giving himself a nickname.
Well, how do we know that they didn't have that discussion beforehand?
Why would they?
Because I'd love to be called Golden Balls.
Well, I don't indeed.
Would you?
What if it had a stuck?
I'd probably not be nice.
Dirty balls.
Yellow balls.
Where did Wild Billy come from?
I think you said it.
Was it Cockney rhyming slang?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
What's that Cockney rhyming slang for?
Wild Billy, Little Willie.
Yeah, must be true.
No.
That was something we never questioned on the day.
Wild Billy.
Little Will. Am I going to say then?
So some we've had that people have sent in, some that we've got that we've found ourselves, and some we've just nabbed from other places.
Yeah.
I'm sure we didn't release this.
We definitely didn't release this.
I'm sure we've released some sort of nicknames.
We did, because right at the very start, I skipped out the intro, but right at the very start, you try explaining that this was done in season 2.
Sounds about right.
We did one, but this was like version 2 of the nickname, because the first one went down really well.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like a lead balloon.
That's been good. Do you want to start? Oh, I'll tell you what else I've got as well. I've got a little quiz for you later on.
Go on, Andy, get on with the podcast. Bloody hell.
Like switching off.
I've got a little quiz for
Not
you.
a chance people are switching off this.
I'm switching off and I'm listening to myself recording
You
you.
got your nickname lined up. I've got a quiz for you.
Only works when pushed. Yeah.
There's so much thought goes into these. I love them. Right, so I've got a couple here that I'm not 100% sure are absolutely genuine, but if they are, it's absolute magic. This absolute gold. So Dave, who has a bit of a tick, and he lifts his hands above his head, so they called him Mexican Dave.
That's cool. Yeah.
That's good.
That is good.
Mexican Dave.
Mexican Dave with his big wave. No?
His
I like that.
tick goes up.
Surely that's not true.
If you've got a
I know
tick,
that people do have.
I'm gonna say most things like not woo like roller coaster style.
with a sombrero.
It's probably I'll give it away.
Ticks, but
Mexican
to
Dave.
actually lift. I don't know. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'd love to know if that was true. I hope it is.
Get on with it.
Are you going?
I can go, yeah. So this guy called Two Stroke
Like,
has
me.
Story man.
I love how you crack the same joke twice.
it's a reaction. When you hear something like that, it's just a reaction to say, yeah, that's me.
A guy who always scratching his ass with 2 fingers, so we called him Twix.
What happened to me Two Stroke?
I don't know.
It's rude, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who cut it? It was that bad?
Fart catcher.
Fart catcher.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the thought?
As their face is so close to the boss's ass.
Oh, stuff like that's good, isn't
I
it?
don't remember this.
Yeah. Well, that was,
Which is a good thing.
We'll call people like ankles or something like that.
Did
'cause
you
that's all
never
you can
listen
see
to
anyhow.
this and
Yeah.
then think, what a load of shit, I'm not putting that out?
Probably.
Does it feel like that?
Go for it again.
A lot of these are work related. Like people
Same
that you've
jokes.
met for work or that you've spoke to somebody about that somebody used to work with them. A guy I used to work with, we used to call him the paper boy because every day had a new issue.
That's all
We
right.
have a few of them.
yeah. So, go on here. I worked with a guy, we called him Kit Kat.
Oh, heck.
He had a workplace accident and was only left with 4 fingers. That's a good one.
What would Kit Kat Chunky be?
Our neighbours,
Just the middle 2
Richards,
fingers left.
had 2 boys and a girl. We used to call them Big Dick, Little Dick, and Dickless.
Oh dear. I've got one here. We worked with a lad and we called him G-Spot. Because it's impossible to find him.
I think we should take some of these and start naming people we know.
I like how I read something like I've got some sort of comedy timing going on where I'm like, someone called G-Spot. Because they go find like, what's with long pause?
Do you think he was a bear?
Yeah.
Yogi Bear, well, you're not. What's the bear?
Yeah, big
I've got one
paws.
here called Deck Chair. Always falls under pressure. A lot of people that.
We could, yeah. There's a few here, isn't there?
Yeah,
that we
deck
could do.
chair.
Is it workplace bullying?
Yep.
If you start just calling somebody that. But what would be
It's character
clever
building.
would to not tell people the reason why.
Yeah.
You know, if you just knew somebody at work and just went, now then, deck chair, how we doing?
Yeah. I think that.
What would be interesting in that scenario is if people started then presuming why you call them deck chair. Oh, they call me deck chair because I'm stripy. Wooden.
And that's why I call it deck chair.
Dick chair.
It's a bit over. So if it calls on a deck chair, they'd be like, what? I think that should be called somebody about somebody. I don't think you can say that to someone's face, call them deck chair.
Why?
Yeah.
By itself.
You're so
there's a
sensitive.
deck chair over there.
You could just say to somebody, God, you like a deck chair, you? And they'd be like, what do you mean, wooden? Stripy.
Cheap and all
You
that.
just said the same joke again. What's me? Stripey, wooden. it's like a good. Like we can't help but say the same pissing things. And what was this, like a year ago? We recorded it.
I think this was about a year ago. This was we recorded this. This was one of the very last audio only ones we recorded.
Wow.
So bear in mind we're on episode season 3 when we started the video ones. Episode 40. And we don't know when this is going to go out, so I don't know what this one is. But yeah, about 40 odd weeks ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
No,
Say the
no,
same
but
things
just
over and over again.
Keep it open. I'm going to do it.
So you're going to do it? Have you done it?
Yeah.
Have you started calling anyone by a nickname?
Yeah, you.
And she once called me a nickname.
It's on later.
You haven't referred to me once, have you? 'Cause I can't remember what it is. You can't be using
I
it.
haven't said it yet. I'm leaving everybody
That
on.
is a bit more choking than I started. Jeez, you dirty animal. I'm sat next to you as well now.
A guy we went camping with was having a poo and something spooked him, so he ran off. We called him Forrest Dump.
You found that way too
I
funny.
did like that one. Forrest Dump.
Once worked with an apprentice, we called him Bungalow. Because he had nothing upstairs.
Nice.
That long pause again.
Right, see? And do you...
I thought he was going to say we called him Bungalow because we put a roof on his head.
Oh, Tom House.
explain to him? Say, hey up, Bungalow.
Yeah.
Is this where I'm going to say the exact same thing? If I say we'll just put a roof on his head, I'm off.
Right, you said.
And then does it become like Bungie?
Alright, Bungalow. Thing is, I'd be like, alright, Bungalow. Alright, Bungalow. Alright, Bungalow.
Yeah.
I'm going to Bungalow around me. You're all bloody Bungalow.
Yeah, you're all deck chairs, you're all bungalows. A guy
Golden. This.
called Umi, because whenever we asked him to do something, he replied with, who, me? Again.
How have we never won an
I've got a few of
award?
these at work. We were with a guy we used to call Mastercard.
Oh, God.
Focusing masturbate there.
Because he always takes the credit for others' work.
Oh, big time.
Oh, I hate Mastercards. Have you got any Mastercards?
Sort of.
We have.
Yeah.
Not in my facility per se, but within our authority.
I definitely know people that have been Mastercards.
I'm
Yeah.
one of them. Well, to be fair, you do all this podcast stuff and I had to take credit for it.
No.
So
Thanks.
I take
I'm
a lot
going to be taking credit for this.
I take a lot of credit. I'm just sat there going, I can't believe this goes out every week. I don't know what happens.
You just tell everybody got no to do with it. Just, I just head up here and I just talk. All the other shit is in.
Yeah. Bad edit, lost half of an episode. That's his fault, not mine.
It's true.
Oh, the hijack. No.
Was that your wrong pause?
Negative punchline. Story about
Keep
punchline.
punchline.
The terrorist. Because he hijacked everyone's conversation.
Oh,
Yeah, a bit.
I don't mind that,
Yeah,
mate.
but you said, oh, here comes the terrorist. Like, what are you doing,
Yeah,
man?
it's a bit extreme, isn't it, for
Yeah.
somebody just going, oh, what are you talking about? Oh, yeah, I went shopping yesterday as well.
Oh, here comes the terrorist. Interrupting our conversation.
With his
Bloody hell.
rucksack.
yeah.
Although, I bet I could be called terrorist because I constantly hijack conversations.
I
I'll
do.
walk in the middle of someone's conversation and I'll just contribute. And I've got that about me. I might, do you know, if like someone's talking,
I've got that about me. Like he's a trait. Hey, I've got a really good feature of my personality. I just interrupt people's conversations.
Look what I've got on my CV.
I'm a great interrupter.
on a bus, I won't think twice about joining. Do you know if I've got something to comment to that conversation that we're having?
Would you?
Like,
Yeah,
Just start talking to people on a bus.
I probably would. Like, if someone's talking behind me, I think, nah, you're wrong, or I've got something to contribute. I'd lean back and go, actually,
You're wrong.
it's this.
For an example, if we're talking about football, something like that, or something, and I'm like, nah, my opinion, whatever, and I'll have to join in. Don't know from Adam, and I'll give it a go. Would you ever do
Fair
that?
point.
I've got friends in you,
I
and
think certain situations, yeah, because you go in somewhere and you
I'm
don't
sorry,
want to
yeah,
be.
black eye
If you go into a
sometimes.
room
Yeah.
and you're going to be in there
I
a
would if I
while,
was
you
like-
don't want to be like, oh, I'll just go sit on that table over there.
I don't know if you was in like a waiting room or something, people were talking, they looked up at you as if they're going to contribute. But I wouldn't, certainly, I'm not on a bus. I won't go, oh, Barbara, you're wrong. Carrots are more expensive than peas.
I won't shout down the bus, but if it was next to me.
From upstairs
Yeah.
down. You're
Ah,
wrong.
yeah, speaking of upstairs down, can you remember on a double-decker bus when the driver could look up through that chute and then see the mirror and then see the back of the bus?
Yeah.
Do you ever look down there and watch the driver? I used to all the time. He's always looking down the hall, like looking at the driver. He'd be like, "Get you nowhere! I can't see."
That was the time when you fell asleep on bus, wasn't it?
Oh, that was a nightmare. That I used to have to go to Thorn every Tuesday and Friday night on bus.
And you stayed on and went to Don instead.
I fell asleep, yeah, one night. I was absolutely shattered, poor lad.
They've had it on a bus. People don't know.
We may tell that story.
Like Doris and Floris talking about the gout and stuff like that.
You said gash then? Doris and Flory talking about the gash.
I've just been to the doctor.
He said, put some cream on, it'll clear up in a month.
It's gushing.
Photo of the day. This woman's asleep on a train and she's got a book in her hand and he says, how to sleep better. And she's fast asleep with a book in her hand.
Yeah, I think I've seen that. That's class.
Memory chuckle.
I posted on social media the other day that book, that picture, didn't I?
It'd be interesting. I bet you put that on when this went out. I bet it was a while ago.
Was it?
I reckon so, yeah.
What else you got?
Maybe we put
I've
it
got
twice.
Boner.
God.
Calling
You've
them
got a boner.
easily excited.
Yeah, I don't know if I know any of them.
So far, which is the worst? Which one would you rather not be called?
Terrorist.
Yeah, definitely. And that's the one that closely suits you.
Hi, terrorist.
I won't want to be called Boner.
You won't be called Boner?
I don't want to be called Boner, no.
I mean, school lad's surname was, oh no, Boner. Boner, but it could have been Boner, I can't remember.
Belly
Close then.
button still lives with his mum and attached by the umbilical cord.
Nice.
Is it for you?
Glove box, because he's full of shit and you can't shoot him up.
What? Glove box.
Oh, glove box, yeah.
This is full of shit and gas.
I know a couple of these. Olympic torch never goes out.
Yeah,
Any staff doing, they're not there. No, a couple of them.
that's probably me,
You are now.
possibly. Wicketkeeper puts on the gloves and stands back. Limo carries 8 people.
Out limo.
Yeah,
What a load of shit out of limo. What a load of crap.
is that you?
Carrying everybody.
Good everybody I do.
So no one would ever give me credit for that.
What a year's changed. Difference a year makes. A year ago, I was carrying everyone with these brick broad back down. Like, fuck off, lot of you.
Now it's wheelbarrow.
Thousands. Has many stories to tell. Although I love people who can, tell a really good, everyone's on the end of the tongue listening to what they're saying.
Yeah, I'm saying I like people that can do this as well. And I'm not even bothered if the story's true. I just like somebody that's got an anecdote.
You could, yeah.
If I half believe it's true, I'm all right with it.
Yeah, I'm saying I'm not sure if it's true or not, but I do like calling someone out on a story and go, that can't be true. I'm not having that.
I'd call it out in my head, but I wouldn't necessarily go, bullshit.
Yeah, I call people out. I've got one for you. But not for the radio.
I'd love to go through that.
Yeah, I do. I like people that can just, if you talk about something, they've got a story to tell you about it.
Told you.
Or can recite a really good joke, like, just naturally. off the go.
Don't know.
Yeah.
We used to have a guy, didn't we? Mike Conley.
Yeah.
He was so good for telling a good story. He was so good for a joke and stuff like that. And he always had something to say. And he was one of the people that was infectious in the fact that people would just...
Infectious. Full of STIs. Really infectious.
I don't think he'd like to be described as
Infectious.
to what he has to say. Do you know what I mean? Could be utter tripe, but you're like, yeah. And he was quite motivating and stuff. Do you know what I mean? When he did things.
Just used to, just sit there with gob up and listening.
Yeah, I used to love it. To the point where, like, because when he first came, I was a relief DO, and I'm like...
When he first came, all over the floor.
I'll do that shift. No problem. Get in the office.
Seaweed.
This is libelous.
I know a few of them.
What was that? Seaweed because the green and the stink?
Stinks metaphorically, obviously, not physically.
Worked with a guy, and we used to call him Remix, because he had a stutter.
Remix.
I worked with a kid when I was, and obviously
Oh,
where I
no.
was at, and they called him Johnny Two Time.
I was just about to say it. I knew someone called Johnny 2 times. I had to wait to see if they were going to come up.
Because he had a stutter. He said the same things, like repeat himself. He'd say, like, I'm just at shops.
I'm off to shops.
If you listen to Johnny,
It's maybe just like affirming his decisions.
Yeah.
So was he actually called Johnny, or have he changed the name Johnny?
No, it was called Johnny Two Times. Because like it'd say like
I know you've not worked at many places.
I know, yeah. Yeah, like I said that. So we were like, I'm off around poolside.
Like an echo.
Yeah. They called him
Johnny Two Times.
Yeah.
JTT.
No,
ironically, we've
That's
repeated
your
this
thing.
twice.
Oh, 2 times. He's actually 2 times, Joe.
Some of these are like long names, aren't they?
Yeah. But he wasn't bothered. Like to one point, he'd be like 2 times. Can you go do that?
I remember calling somebody I know Ginge, and I said it a few times, and she just know.
Oh, she
just said, "Look, I wish you didn't call me that. It's quite offensive."
So I had a friend that was called Ginner, and he was ginger.
Yeah,
We called him Ginner, and he was happy as a term of affection. I don't know why, but he wasn't bothered by it. So, but she took offence to being called Ginge.
Yeah, big time.
Oh, I was stuck up to that person then. Embrace it.
They may listen.
Isn't it funny how people have different perceptions, to like a nickname? Like, as long as I don't know, is
The
first one
average-
Ginner abusive? I don't know.
I think all these ones that we've gone through so far are affectionate ones. They're just amusing, aren't they?
What, hijacker?
I still think that's amusing. Oh, yeah, the terminology of how that one's called, I'm sure there's a better way of rounding that name off, but it's an affectionate term. Isn't it?
Right. Okay. Ginge. I stopped at that point.
I did stop.
Did you ever start anyone's nickname at school? Because so let's away from the funny nicknames. I used to be like, they were like Smithy, Smudge, the Bit.
I've got a story here. We may discuss this story. It wasn't at school. If we don't, remind me.
That's because your name was Smith.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but what I'm saying is like, did you ever start anyone's nickname for him?
Sort of.
Here we go.
When I first
Strap
sort of
yourself
started
in.
work, I used to do like kids' sports camps and stuff.
Is
I
it?
remember calling a kid Felix.
I'm not proud of this.
I don't know why. Then all other kids in the group started calling him Felix, and then when he went to school, they started calling him Felix. Then his mum complained because he was getting called Felix, and that wasn't his name.
True story.
And now you don't ask about school kids.
No, not at all.
Oh, so you called it to a kid? I thought it meant to your work. So you called a school kid Felix. His friends started calling him Felix. Felix stuck. His man wasn't happy that he was being called Felix. Why did you call him Felix?
It was something to do with a knock-knock joke. And the joke went, knock, knock, who's there? Felix. Felix my ice cream, I'll lick his.
What? Felix who it is?
Felix who? Felix. That was the joke, and it was
That's
just...
not a knock-knock joke. That's like a half a knock-knock. So, knock-knock,
Who's there?
Felix.
Felix who?
Okay, you didn't say that first time, never mind. You missed out the Felix who bit, and you was like, knock, who's there? Felix. If Felix my ice cream, I was like, what?
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, I think I probably did. But yeah, so that's where it stemmed from. And I started calling him Felix. All the other kids in the group started calling him Felix. He went to school. They all started calling him Felix.
He started crying. His mum was coming to sort you
His
out.
mum wasn't happy. I got called into office. I was
Called to office as
yeah,
well.
you cannot start renaming the children.
Wow.
Yeah, that was the thing.
That's it, yeah.
Again, not proud of it.
No, it was all to do with a knock-knock joke. So, knock-knock.
We really need to like win something got off it.
Ice cream on the kids.
You did it again.
So it all stemmed from that joke. And I think when I was telling jokes on one day, and I was like, "Oh, you're
We'll just
Felix."
talk over this because
And
they
then
don't
that's
need to
it,
be every
just
day
like,
again.
He was a bit of a rum lad, a bit annoying.
Oh,
So I think
you know
one
that
of the
image.
answers to his annoyance was just call him a different name. And then all other kids were like, "I'm going to call him Felix as well." And then
Why does he
obviously
still call
that went to
Felix now?
school.
I hope not.
Before I know he come in,
Why?
his mum complained.
I don't know.
Do you know who the kid is?
Felix.
We were bullying, but before Saturdays we were bullying. We called the kid at school Hot Dog because his torso was really massive. He had like really thin arms for some reason. So we called him Hot Dog. I don't know where the thin bit of arms justified back to Hot Dog, but we just called him Hot Dog.
There was a kid at school we used to call Porridge
Oh,
Oh,
because he had like really bad eczema. So when he went in bath, it was like porridge.
God. You
What,
mean
in the
get?
bath with him?
You in bath with him?
I was in the bath.
I don't know.
Did you say you went in bath with him?
No,
I was
I
like,
didn't go in bath with
I went
him.
in bath and I was like, I'm disgusted by how much porridge is in his bath. Oh God, disgusting.
I suppose it was just something
Again.
imagined.
Not my proudest moment.
Which was
Oh,
pretty
you
bad.
started it, not.
No, I don't think
got a
I
game for
started,
you.
but I certainly didn't.
Love a game.
Got a game for you. So these are names of people, and I want you to say if they are true or false. So
Oh, I
basically,
remember this now.
we're going to
No.
play real or no real.
Okay.
So I want to know if these
There's a
names are
jingle
real
there.
or no real. Cash register.
Real.
You're going to say your answer.
Well, someone's called Cash Register.
Yeah.
It's a nickname.
No, just like a proper name.
Oh.
Yeah.
So like,
Really?
I'm called Leon.
Yeah,
You're called Andrew.
yeah.
Well done.
He's called
Nice to
Cash.
meet you.
Oh,
Cash
Cash.
first name, surname register.
Right, I get you now.
Yeah.
God, that was hard work, wasn't it?
Again, second time was hard work. True.
Not real.
It's real.
Yeah.
Cash
You said
register.
no real.
Cash register.
No, but this time I said real.
Oh, okay.
So 1 year on, and not remembering what the game was, I got it right this time. Got it
Okay.
wrong that time.
Well done.
Right, as a parent as well.
Right, relax.
As a parent as well, what you've got to think is, why would you? If your surname's register,
Yeah.
you won't call your first name,
Paedophile.
you know, sex.
Sex It's the point where I had to say that out loud as well. You said it, and I was like, what? Sex register? Paedophile, what did you say? Paedophile, didn't you?
Yeah.
Ah.
I can't remember generally what I did this morning. Yet for some reason,
You know the joke,
I feel
yeah.
like I remember this. Oh,
I might say this as well, but my daughter's initials spell ass. And that was all thought out. I wrote to Laughters. I'd wrote it down somewhere. And someone, ass. I was like, oh, fuck, I didn't realise that.
AIS. And he wanted to laugh.
Oh, did that just happen? Did I just say the exact
There's
fucking
an
thing?
echo on here, wasn't
That's
it?
ass. I was like, oh, you bloody ruined it.
Change your name.
Exact same words.
Christopher Paul Bacon. So his name is Chris P. Bacon.
True.
Real
Speed dating.
or no real?
Oh, imagine if
That's
he was a
real.
butcher.
It is real.
Yeah, because that's not even a million.
Why a butcher?
Bacon.
Yeah, but you don't crispy bacon with butcher, do you? You cook it and make it crispy.
Does he?
That's like saying streaky bacon and being a butcher. More like to be an abattoir, cutting bacon up.
Well, it's not crispy in an abattoir, is it?
Well, no, I'm just saying. Streaky bit, I was thinking.
What's in
Richard
traffic?
Lover.
Dick lover.
Richard Lover.
Real.
No real.
Oh, come on. Someone out there is going to be Richard Lover.
He's definitely some movie star.
Yeah.
Dick Lover.
Samsung.
Hey?
True.
It's real. It is real.
Sam Dixon.
Another
Crystal
cough.
flaps.
Crystal
Crystal
flaps.
flaps.
Real or no real?
Crystal flaps.
Crystal flaps.
Yeah, but what's the joke there? Piss flaps. Crystal flaps. What, I don't get it.
I don't think it's like a pun or a play on it.
Right,
It's just if you was called Crystal Flaps. If you were called Crystal Flaps and you don't work in the adult film industry, you've missed your calling.
No real.
It is no real.
Yes.
I made that one up.
You made it
That's that pen.
you little joker, you making crystal flaps up.
Must have been from a film.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
all.
gonna say.
Need to cross these off.
That's what he said.
Where up to? Doctor Shit Fun Chew.
Dr. Shit Fun Chew.
What's the doctor part needed for? Have you just added a
Don't know.
PhD to the guy?
If you're going to chew fun
Real.
shit,
It's real.
it's real. If you're listening, Dr. Food
Chew
Fun
cock
Shit,
long.
Chew cocklong.
Real or no real?
Shoe cocklong.
Chew cocklong. Real.
It is real.
chew cocklong.
Willie Stroker.
Not real.
It's real.
Gotta be.
This is William Stroker.
It was just the picture I saw. It just said.
It was a big dick and someone stroking it.
Wild Billy Stroker.
I think it was some sort of horse trainer.
Oh, no.
It may have been.
Stroke to Willis.
Ash Brown.
That's got to be real, hasn't it?
How could you say Ashley Brown? Surely. Ash Brown. Am I missing some of the Ash Brown?
Ash Brown.
As in hash brown,
I think so,
as in the potato.
It's just a friendly one. They all don't have to stroke willies.
What would you have on your McDonald's breakfast?
Oh, hash brown.
So,
You go.
so I didn't get it first time, and I didn't get it quick enough second time either. I had to explain it.
Explain it to yourself.
I think Ash Brown. What's Ash Brown?
Let me just revisit this a second.
Ash Brown.
True.
No real.
No, he's sure. Well, there is definitely an ash brown out there. I am not having that. There's definitely an ash brown out there.
Jack Goff.
Check off.
Is that like jack off?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Fucking hell.
So childish.
You jack off. Jack off. Jack off. Is that what he's saying? Jack off is in like thingy goff. Goff or voff or what he's saying. Jack off.
I can just imagine your confused face at this
Do you
point.
know what I like? We didn't air this episode, and we're not airing this episode. So we're gonna, and then next it'll be like a 3-dimensional thing. I'll be reviewing this. Let me speak then. Bloody hell.
Be like Gogglebox, watching us,
Do
watching ourselves.
Gogglebox, yeah.
Goff. Jack Goff. Real.
It's real. Dick Sweat.
Dick sweat. Dick sweat.
Do you just call people a dick sweat?
Probably.
On Dick Splat?
Dick bag.
You fucking dick bag.
Mm.
Yeah, I use that one. Anyway.
Richard Sweat. Ricky Sweat.
Ricky.
Ricky
Ricky Sweaty.
True.
It is real. Harry Butt.
Harry
Harry
Butt.
Butt.
As in hairy
That
butt.
doesn't sound like it's wrong.
Like Hairy Butt.
There you go.
Harry Butt. Harry Butt.
Sam Jones and Harry
I
Butt.
had to explain it to you then. I wanted to explain it to you.
Ah, rubbish.
What have we got left? BJ Biscuits.
It's gotta be.
BJ Biscuits. Real.
No real.
BJ biscuits. There's got to be a brand out there.
Yoshi. Take a shitty.
Yoshi take a shitty.
Yoshi take a shitty.
Yoshi take a shitty.
I like how you're pissing your pants there and pissing your pants here. And the same thing is I'm just going, Yoshi, take a shit. And you do it vice versa, I'm more confused.
Shitty. Yoshi. Yoshi. Yoshi take a shitty.
You should take it.
True. That was Japanese.
It's real.
I like it. I'm like trying to get some sort of logic by saying like 4 or 5 times. Yoshi, take a shitty. Yoshi, take. Yeah, sounds real. Doesn't it?
It's a real name. And the final one I've got.
Thank God for that.
Mike Litterus.
Mike Litterus. My clitoris.
I'm going to say, where do you find him?
Let's see if he's like doctor surgery. My clitoris, can you come through, please? True.
It is true.
My clitoris.
My clitoris.
You ready?
Did nobody say that out loud as a child? Like, you know, because I've been funny, but when I named my kids, we said them out loud. We did the full name and everything. Not to see he's not there, but does that work as a name? Does that flow?
Exactly. And this is what I don't get. There's a few of them.
I mean, the foreign names, you can't do it all about, like that Yoshi Shitty, whatever it was.
Dr. Shit Feng Chu.
Yeah, you can't do it about that one.
Chu Kok Long.
Because that's probably just a translation error, isn't it?
Yeah, possibly.
Translation error.
I love how you trying to justify it.
Yeah, what is wrong with someone?
That's what I mean.
What was the other one? There was
Mike
another one I
Hunt.
thought was a bit like, I don't know what to say.
We never went through Mike Hunt, did we?
No.
Angus McCotup. They're all
Trees are green.
trees.
Do you remember that as a kid? You
Yeah.
said that all the time.
Richard Lover. Oh, Richard Lover was a fake one, but there's got to be. I think there will be.
A dick lover, yeah. You're a dick lover.
Dick Sweat. Willie Stroker.
Yeah, but I'd have a William Stroker, what?
Oh, Billy Stroker.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I don't know.
Richard Head.
I think there's some.
If your surname was Head, now I may alienate one of our listeners here. If your surname's Head, why has your parents called you Richard?
Do you know Richard Head?
No,
All right.
but this
Oh, there might
podcast-
be Richard Head. I'm
this
sorry.
podcast is on a reach.
Yeah,
Might
because
be
Head's
Richard.
a common name.
Yeah,
I know some Heads. So I wonder if they've got a Richard in the
You've
family.
certainly got to consider what.
Dick Sweat, Richard Sweat.
If your first name's Richard,
Which you know it's going to be Dick.
yeah, there's always going to be that in there.
Yeah, because that's not like a new thing, is it? That's talking.
I so thought
And
I
if
could
your
have said that.
surname's something like Lover, anything that goes before that. So if you're going to be, I don't know, Brandon James Lover, you're
BJ
always going to
Lover.
get that BJ Lover.
Well done.
True that. And like I say, if your first name's Richard, got to be wary of what your second name is.
Yeah, you
Even
Head.
if
Stupid,
it
isn't it?
is something like biscuits.
No.
You don't want to be Dick Biscuits.
do. What a name.
I wonder if there's many
Yeah,
Richards.
Jack Goff.
Jack Goff. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
Jack
you
Like,
say,
like Gary, what? A lost name to the.
Ian.
No, I don't Ian, do I?
No, a baby Ian.
Are you Ian? You plays football.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
remember
He
you
was on
said
about it on a podcast the other day. About like there's no more Ians.
there is.
There's an Ian out there.
No, there is a young Ian. Remember you said
Baby Ian. Yeah, I do remember it. And I'm really busy. Because it's just funny to hear.
like Andrew. You don't have an Andrew anymore. Like a young Andrew.
Yeah. There's a lot of names, aren't there, that's just that are gonna. And maybe come back round again. You know, all your Henrys and all that. Came back
I know young Henry. I know some memories that still be kicking about. This could be a good little thing of like lost names.
Lost Names episode.
We've just done.
It's got to be better than this shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna say.
you've got to talk your way through it, haven't you? You've got to make sure that whatever possible connotations, is that the right word?
Yeah. Sam Young.
Oh, it is.
Samsung, isn't it? Samsung.
Samsung.
Once again, you can't really do much about that. But
That's a flower.
surely, Mr. Sung was thinking, you must have heard of Samsung before.
Yeah. But like, what about if your parents are called something and you take after it? So like Neville. Why would you call somebody the first name the same as the second name?
How did that even come about? Do you know the story behind?
No.
No.
It's a bizarre one.
I was listening to a podcast, different show. Riz Ruddock's daughter. They all thought it was like a nickname, and it actually turns out it's a real name. He just had that to tell his missus he was drunk and went to register.
How did that come about? There must be a story of why.
Don't know.
If I did Riz Ruddock,
He's struggling in the
to be fair, if I did Riz Ruddock, I'd be like, what? Because I heard it like this week.
Parallel world.
suite. It's been a while since I've birthed suite. Is that what they call it?
Yeah, we'll go there.
That you go, oh, we need a name. Oh, let's just call him the same surname. Like if you was called Frank.
It's like you sort of filled the form out wrong, isn't it? If you put
It's a bit weird, isn't it?
Mm.
Or Franklin.
Frank Franklin, yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. I would school with a lad, and his cousin.
Charlesworth.
So there's his dad and his brother
Oh,
obviously had the same surname.
Oh yeah.
But when it came to him, his surname was slightly different because his dad got drunk when he went to register the birth certificate.
Yes.
And spelled the surname wrong.
Oh, spelled his surname wrong.
Yeah, so it got his first name right, but they spelled the surname right. So these two were cousins, and they've got like slightly different surnames. I'll tell you off the air because it's not very fair. But they've got like the same name. To pronounce it not far off from each other, but they're spelled really differently. And it's on his birth certificate. He's had to keep that as the way he spelled his name.
Wow.
And his surname's like technically wrong. But I don't know whether that stands like.
You just get it changed by default.
He's been registered with that name, even though his surname's wrong.
Ah.
Does that mean I could change my son's name if I just register with a different name?
What did I just
ask? I don't know. I thought there was like rules about being able to do it by yourself and stuff. I thought you had to have both parents there.
Oh, that's me being sensitive.
And I would have questioned somebody being slightly intoxicated and going, that's to spell
that's the story that goes with it, that they've both got cousins and the dads are brothers.
Inbred.
And they spell the surname differently. Now, one of them could be an absolute nutbag thinking about it now and just spells it wrong.
Yeah, possibly. Oh, yeah, might just not be able to spell. Can you imagine not being able to spell your own name? That'd be a bit weird, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But I'm sure there's people out there. So, are you ready? Do you want my nickname for you?
Oh, there it is.
My nickname.
Do you know what I was saying in an exam for like a proper like GCSE exam or something like that? I spelled my name wrong.
Oh God!
I put Leon Shion.
Was it poetry?
Missed some letters out of my fucking name.
Look at me, I can rhyme. Leon Shion Neon.
I got marked down before it even started. You got 2 points for your name right. I only got 1. Got my first name right.
I always say, don't you? At least get points putting your name on it. You don't even notice that, do you?
Imagine picking that and going, right, we've got Leon Shelton's paper here. Leon Shelton. Oh, this is going to be amazing, isn't it? Can't get his name right. I was going to come out rested paper.
Under pressure.
For you is.
You never cry.
I hope not. Wendy.
Wendy. Oh, no, Wendy I know is too.
Is this your nickname for me, Wendy?
Yeah, I don't remember this. I mean, that's obviously me.
Fast food.
What's the worst type of house you could have?
Wendy house.
A Wendy house. And because you're a shit house, it's a Wendy house. There we go.
I didn't get it then, I don't get it now. I think you said to you, I don't get it.
It took me some thinking about that, you know.
I hate you.
If you've got any
I
names,
don't think you do get it.
You're
Yeah,
full
no,
people.
I think you've kind of gone along with it.
Because everyone wants to avoid you.
I don't think you're that wrong.
Yeah. How apt.
Yeah, if you've got any names that you want to send in, of real people's names or nicknames that you've heard, just send them in. We'll do another one of these.
Yeah.
We'll gather some more.
I bet we
We'll do
don't.
another one, special episode.
We'll do a special
I've enjoyed that. I've
episode.
giggled a little bit. My tummy hurts now.
You took it.
My tummy hurts, yeah. And it's a big tummy, so there's a lot of pain. I'm going to see you next Thursday.
No, stop it there.
Yeah. Yeah, we might as well finish ours there then.
Okay, so that episode's never going to see the light of day. This episode's never going to see the light of day.
So you know, if you're listening to this and this episode's gone out, something's gone drastically wrong 1 week.
That we've had to put this
one
out. And yeah, because we've got episodes in bank, so something major's gone wrong. I probably had lost a kidney or something.
I'll
Send your love.
This will be one of them.
Listen to this. Send your love. Make sure I'm all right.
This will be one of them that when something happens, we'll go, right, this is just, we'll put the house as a memoriam. All right. I'll see you next Thursday.
See you next Thursday.
Keep smiling.
Stay safe.
Thank you for listening right to the end of this week's podcast, and we hope that you've enjoyed it. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at dad_tales_ or get involved by emailing us at dadtales@outlook.com. You can also now join our Facebook page by searching Dad Tales.
Keep the feedback coming. We are genuinely humbled by all the input and the comments you are providing us. Stay safe, celebrate small victories, and keep smiling.